Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 2020 Harrisburg Bureau of Fire Awards and Swearing-In Ceremony. To start off today's ceremony, swearing in here in City Government Center, I'll ask the Honorable Mayor Eric Pappenfuss to give us a few comments.
Thank you, Chief. Well, it's a new experience for all of us, but thank you for coming out and being here and allowing us to both celebrate the growth of the Harrisburg Fire Department and give thanks for the service that we've seen over the past year. It's been remarkable. On behalf of all the residents of the city of Harrisburg, I want to say thank you to the Bureau of Fire by responding to calls at any time of day and night. You've kept the city running, you've allowed us to provide essential services, and you've allowed the rest of us to have some semblance of normalcy during these difficult times. It's a true sacrifice, but your sacrifice has gone noticed by everyone in this city, and we're deeply, deeply appreciative. And I want to say for the first time as a city, we are pleased to be offering bonuses to all of our first responders. Those will be ready in another week or so. It's something that collectively we felt that we should do. And it recognizes really the selfless and tireless work that everybody has put forth, allowing the city to make it through this pandemic. These are strange and difficult times, but as I look at each and every one of you, 10 new firefighters that we are swearing in today, that is incredible. You should all know that that represents actual, true, real growth for the Harrisburg Bureau of Fire. When I first took office, now almost 7 years ago, we were sort of at the brink of a precipice. Equipment was old, the ranks were depleted, morale was low, and slowly but surely, along with the great leadership that we have here in the room, we have brought this bureau back, and now we're growing again, which is really, really exciting. Also, I'm pleased to announce that we did just, along with approving the bonuses, we approved a brand new $1 million piece of apparatus for the Harrisburg Bureau of Fire that we're moving forward and purchasing. And that's in the larger context of, I just wanted to assure everyone here, this is really about you, the families, and the extended family that represents the Bureau of Fire. I wanted to assure everyone that we're going to continue to invest and grow our fire department. Our revenues are down as a city. They're down by about 10%. I mean, it's a significant hurdle that we're facing in the year to come, and it's probably going to take maybe 2, even 3 years to fully recover. But we have built up a sizable reserve in this city of millions of dollars, and we're going to begin drawing down on that next year. So we can continue to grow. We won't be cutting or eliminating any services. The budget is going to continue to modestly grow for the Harrisburg Fire Department, and that's an exciting thing. So the news is a good one. It's based on the selfless sacrifice of the Bureau of Fire, but it is one that is keeping our city safe, and we're going to all get through this together. So a great day to celebrate. Thank you for including me. We'll return the mask now for a little bit, but afterwards we'll get to spend quality time with each and every one of these new firefighters, and that's a wonderful thing. Chief, the podium is yours.
Thank you, Mayor. And I should say thank you to all the families that are both here and virtually with us. Thank you for allowing your family members to be part of our family. We are all now one big family as we move forward and swear them in. And that comes with a sacrifice on your part as much as it does their part. I'm sorry that we couldn't ship them away for a full 12-week academy and they had to stay at home and work virtually, but I think we overcame that. Today's an exciting day for the Bureau of Fire because we have not only the honor of swearing in these 10 new firefighters, but we're also honoring our firefighters for service that was above and beyond what the call of duty is as we move on to the award ceremony. The addition of these firefighters takes our complement to 88. It's a number that we haven't seen in over 10 years in the ranks of the Harrisburg Bureau of Fire. The men you see standing in front of you persevered through a fire academy that was severely complicated by the COVID-19 pandemic. And while every day presented new and interesting challenges during the training, both at HAC, at York County, back at HAC, and then here in the city of Harrisburg, they remain committed and flexible, even though that may not have been a popular choice on any given day. Harrisburg Fire is excited for what our future holds. As the mayor said, we are growing. We're committed to ensuring the protection of our citizens and growing the Fire Bureau. We've overcome a lot of challenges in rebuilding our department that seemed unsurmountable at the beginning. As the mayor said, just 7 years ago, we were on the precipice of near collapse. But the work of the men and women of our great fire department, and from the help of our local officials, we continue to remain steadfast to our cause. And that's ensuring that the citizens of Harrisburg and the surrounding communities receive prompt, reliable service in their time of need. We have a lot of work still in front of us, such as ensuring the safety and health of these men that you see in front of you, plus the men and women that are working today protecting our citizens. Remaining committed to maintaining reliable fire apparatus and ensuring that our buildings and our properties are well maintained. The Harrisburg region should be proud of the men and women of the Harrisburg Bureau of Fire and excited for the addition of these 10 new men to our ranks. We're well positioned now more than ever to provide not only for our residents in the city of Harrisburg, but our greater Harrisburg region. Our local municipal leaders outside of the city of Harrisburg should now know that our members are ready and willing to assist you and your dedicated volunteers with supplemental staffing to ensure that your residents are as protected as those here in our great city. These new firefighters are following in the footsteps of many great firefighters who have paved the way for us, that dedicated their lives to the city and our citizens. And unfortunately, during the course of the execution of their duties, some tragically have lost their lives. And those men include Samuel J. Miller, William C. Fisher, Charles F. Diker, Eli K. Hoffman, William Benner, Samuel Wamball, William Harris, Bernard Goodyear, Wilbur Sadler, Edward Halbert, William Metzger, Donald Henry, William Corish, and Lieutenant Dennis H. DeVoe. We always take a minute to remember those that have gone before us, those that have paid the supreme sacrifice for the citizens of our city. It would be a tragedy if we were ever to forget the dedication that they gave, not only in their time, but also with their lives. So these gentlemen in front of us have a commitment now to the city, and we are hopeful that we can provide them a long, successful, and healthy career as we move forward. At this time, I'd like to congratulate and welcome our 10 new hires who I can say I had the honor of working beside hand in hand at the Fire Academy through our COVID-19 Academy, as it was so eloquently named. Timothy Walcott, Nicholas Hurst, Austin Howard, Nathaniel Barbush, Braden Byers, Jared Day, Cody Durham, Joseph Kuhn, and last but not least, Connor Davis. We welcome you to the greatest job on this planet, and that of becoming a Harrisburg fireman. And with that, we will ask Mayor Eric Pappenfuss to administer the oath of office to these 10 new firefighters.
All right, gentlemen, you would all raise your right hands and please repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Timothy Walcott,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I shall support, obey, and defend
that I shall support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
and I will, to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties of my office
discharge the duties of my office
as a Harrisburg firefighter
as a Harrisburg firefighter
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations, Sean.
Thank you, Mayor, and congratulations. We will now start the pinning ceremony, and we will start with firefighter Walcott.
We didn't really get a tutorial on this.
Just shove it into the chest. It usually works.
We're going to get in the picture
Oh, yep.
up here.
Okay, we can demask it.
Yes, you should maybe go next.
Yeah. You two stay together, I'll stay right about here. How's that? Okay? Yep. Good. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nicholas first.
I'll let you go. Very good. Congratulations. You take mask off if you'd like. Up to you. Okay. Good.
Austin Howard. Nathaniel Barbalish.
Fantastic. Great. Mustache, I see.
He was trying to be
Great.
a fire
Yeah,
chief.
yeah, very nice. Gotta have it.
Go ahead, Braden Byers.
Great.
Jared Day.
Yep.
Justin Barnes.
Yep.
Cody Durham.
I have to have you reenact that. You were too quick.
I know.
Way too quick. Ah.
She had to
All right, well, we'll do this real quick, and then I'll have you step down and do it one more time, please. Brian, I think you need to buy a new camera.
Don't have it in the budget.
Yeah, that's what you said.
No, actually, we do.
Stay right there a second. Try it one more.
We just need a new camera operator.
It keeps telling me busy.
It's the lights down here. It's the lighting, that's what it is.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Joseph Kuhn.
Great.
Yeah.
And one more.
Congratulations.
And last but certainly not least, Connor Davis. Run the camera. Yeah. Exciting.
Very good. Congratulations. Sure.
All right, I want to thank everybody for coming today. Let's give our 10 new hires a round of applause. And again, on behalf of the citizens of our great city and the Harrisburg region, I want to again thank the families. You're really the backbone to get them to where they are today. I know we could not have done it without you. We can share stories afterwards about some of the challenges and tribulations that we had going through the academy, but I can tell you, these guys really stuck together, and we got through it. There was some doubt in how well things were going to turn out, but I think at the end of the day, they will agree that while we had challenges, tribulations, frustrations, anxiety, a lot of anxiety, especially as some of our friends were unfortunately let go for a short period of time. We got through all that. We got through those challenges, and we beat COVID through the academy. We're going to continue to do that in the fire department as we move forward. So thank you for coming, and we'll stick around afterwards to talk and maybe tell stories. Thanks for coming.
So we'd like to congratulate all the new hires and welcome them to the Harrisburg Bureau of Fire, and here's to a long and healthy career. And now we'll continue on with the rest of the awards presentation. On February 6, 2020, while operating at a structure fire at 520 Emerald Street, a Mayday was transmitted. A Mayday message represents a firefighter is in trouble and requires assistance. This is not something any first responder wants to hear. On this day, firefighter Justin Zimmerman was assigned to Tower 1. Initial reports on the incident advised heavy fire and possible entrapment. While searching above the fire on the third floor, firefighter Zimmerman would be cut off from his crew. He found himself in a small room in which the fire was quickly spreading. Recognizing the dangerous situation, he located a small window. He removed the window and leaned out to get the attention of the firefighters below. He was quickly noticed, and personnel on the ground immediately rushed to provide ladders for his escape. Once the ladders were in place, firefighter Zimmerman would perform a head-first bailout maneuver to escape the flames of the engulfed room. The quick actions of these men were nothing less than life-saving. A bailout from that height without ladders would have been unthinkable. For their quick actions, the Bureau of Fire would like to recognize and congratulate, with the Award of Merit, Fire Chief Brian Enterline, Battalion Chief Jason Lloyd, Firefighter John Pesky, and Firefighter Zachary Miller. Congratulations, gentlemen. During a May Day, we are taught to hold our position, understanding that if we leave our current mission, we could further jeopardize the emergency. This is one of the most difficult things to do, knowing your brother is in trouble. However, in this case, staying the course was exactly what the trapped firefighter needed. Firefighter Paul was holding his position at the doorway of the room firefighter Zimmerman entered to search. As the conditions worsened and firefighter Paul could no longer communicate with firefighter Zimmerman, he would call the Mayday on behalf of his partner. He would continue to call out and attempt to locate Justin during the entire process. Firefighter Stout was working fire attack under the last known location of firefighter Zimmerman. He would hold his position and was essential in containing the fire spread, which allowed so much needed time for Justin to execute his escape. Lieutenant Skinner and Lieutenant Miller would provide essential leadership in the most adverse and stressful conditions a fire officer could be expected. Remaining calm and focused on the mission when you know that someone's life is in the balance is nothing less than extraordinary. The roles of these men played, even though very different, had a direct positive impact on the escape of firefighter Zimmerman. For this reason, the Bureau of Fire is proud to present the Award of Merit to Lieutenant William Skinner, Lieutenant Jeffrey Miller, Firefighter Kyle Paul, and Firefighter Jordan Stout. Congratulations, men.
On February 28th, 2020, units were dispatched to the YMCA at 701 North Front Street for an unresponsive person. Upon arrival, they were directed to the third floor. On the third floor, Fire Bureau members found two YMCA employees providing CPR to a patient. They had already connected the facility's AED and delivered 2 shocks to the patient before the arrival of first responders. Squad 8 personnel immediately began assisting with CPR and patient care. Upon the arrival of EMS, removal of the patient via the inside stairwell was quickly identified as a severe challenge due to how narrow they were and to the continuous needs of the patient. At the request of EMS, Fire Bureau members developed a plan to remove the patient via the roof using the bucket of Tower 1. Crews worked seamlessly to ensure the patient was removed quickly and safely to the awaiting ambulance, which then transported the patient to the hospital. The actions taken by all involved are credited as saving the patient's life. For their actions, the Harrisburg Bureau of Fire is proud to present the following awards. The Citizens Award is being awarded to YMCA employee Chad Krebs and YMCA employee Justin David. The CPR Save Award is being awarded to Lieutenant Robert Lowen, Firefighter David Gilkey, and Firefighter Brandon Trigar. A Distinguished Unit Citation is being awarded to Lieutenant Corey Stone, Firefighter Shane Conrad, Firefighter Justin Flanders, Firefighter Jonathan Little, Firefighter Ryan Spangler, and Firefighter Thomas Cucchiera. Congratulations.
On March 9, 2020, Wagon 4 and Tower 1 were dispatched to a report of a person trapped in their home. The information given was a person was walking past a home and heard someone screaming for help. The victim had gone down to the basement to do laundry the day prior, and the steps collapsed, which caused her to fall to the basement floor. Fortunately, she had only a minor injury, but was unable to get out of the basement. Firefighters arrived and quickly removed her and handed her off to the care of Life Team EMS. The patient spent approximately 18 hours in that basement prior to the arrival of help. Good teamwork, training, ensured she would not have to spend a moment more. The Bureau of Fire would like to present a distinguished unit citation to the following firefighters. Firefighter Jeremy Hoover, firefighter Greg McDonald, firefighter Nicholas Buckingham, firefighter Michael Stender, firefighter Thomas Probst, and Lieutenant Jeffrey Miller. Congratulations.
On March 19th, 2020, units were dispatched to Disbrow Street for reported cardiac arrest. Fire Bureau members arrived and located a female patient who was not breathing and had no pulse. Fire Bureau members began CPR prior to the arrival of EMS. Upon the arrival of Life Team EMS, the paramedics integrated into the patient care team and continued providing life-saving actions to the patient. They successfully restored the patient's heartbeat, and she was transported to the hospital. For their actions, the Harrisburg Bureau of Fire is proud to present the following awards. CPR Save Award is being presented to firefighter Jeremiah Hoover, firefighter Gregory McDonald, firefighter Thomas Probst. The Distinguished Unit Citation is being awarded to Lieutenant Jeffrey Miller, firefighter Michael Stender, and firefighter Justin Zimmerman. Congratulations.
On April 4th, 2020, units were dispatched to Lynn Street for an infant in cardiac arrest. Upon arrival, the Harrisburg police officers had already begun to provide CPR to the infant. Firefighters immediately began to assist, as did EMS. Members from all three agencies worked together to revive the child. The infant was transported to the hospital for additional care. Incidents like these are difficult, but when an infant child is the patient, they become even more stressful. Teamwork, training, and most importantly, the ability to work under extreme pressure while remaining focused on the task absolutely played a factor in the saving of this young person's life. The Bureau of Fire is extremely honored to present the following awards. CPR Saves to firefighter Glenn Randowski, firefighter Jordan Stout, Harrisburg Police Sergeant Scott Johnson, Harrisburg Police Officer Stephen Marte, Harrisburg Police Officer Carson O'Connor. We'd also be presenting a unit citation to the following: Lieutenant Jeffrey Miller, firefighter Michael Stender, firefighter Justin Zimmerman, and firefighter Jeremy Hoover. Congratulations.
On May 13th, 2020, units were dispatched to an assist call involving an elevator. Upon arrival at the elevator, Fire Bureau members noticed Harrisburg police officers supporting a large St. Bernard dog that had become trapped. The owner of the dog had entered the elevator, but the door closed before the dog could enter the car. The elevator began to travel up, which pulled the dog off the floor by its leash. Firefighters quickly cut through the leash and freed the animal. EMS performed a brief evaluation on the dog, and it was reunited with its owner. Although unique in both situation and victim type, it should be noted that police, fire, and EMS handled this incident in the same manner as they always have, reinforcing the fact that our pets are family. For their actions, the Harrisburg Bureau of Fire is proud to present the following award. The Distinguished Unit Citation is being awarded to Lieutenant Corey Stone, firefighter Justin Flanders, and firefighter Shane Conrad. Congratulations.
2020 has been a year to remember, as we all fell victim to the world pandemic COVID-19. Many state and local agencies had to make unprecedented changes to adapt to the unpredictable health issues. The City of Philadelphia reached out and asked the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency, or PEMA, for assistance in constructing and supporting a drive-through testing site in the City of Philadelphia. Pennsylvania Task Force 1 was activated as a PEMA asset to the City of Philadelphia. Members would build and logistically support a live drive-up testing site. This site was one of the first in the state and serviced hundreds of sick Pennsylvanians. The following Bureau of Fire members were deployed as part of the mission. We congratulate them on receiving the National Deployment Award. Captain Aldo Morelli, Lieutenant William Skinner, firefighter Josh Hall, firefighter Michael Shack. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Every year, the Harrisburg Bureau of Fire likes to recognize the men and women who serve by recognizing and congratulating them on reaching certain milestones in their career. This year, reaching the 5-year mark is firefighter Thomas Cucchiera, firefighter Kyle Paul, firefighter Pablo Pasalacqua, and firefighter Michael Shayak.
Completing their 15 years of service, firefighter Brendan Booz, firefighter Heidi L. Bay, firefighter Eric Nallen, Captain Aldo Morelli, Captain Charles Zavrell, and Deputy Chief Glenn Sadazan.
For completing 20 years of service, the Bureau of Fire would like to recognize firefighter Daniel Milan, Lieutenant Jeffrey Miller, Battalion Chief Floyd Wise, and Fire Chief Brian Enterline.
For 25 years of service, firefighter Marty Henderson and firefighter Patrick Fuller.
For 30 years of service, firefighter Scott Young, firefighter Cedric Yates, Lieutenant Byron Warner, and Senior Deputy Chief Michael Souter. Every year, the Bureau of Fire likes to recognize those who have left service of the city and retired, and this year, over this past year, we've had one. Firefighter Leon Clyett, who retired on January 12, 2020, with 22 years of completed service. For military service, the Harrisburg Bureau of Fire likes to recognize those who are veterans and have served in the military. This year, over the past year, the Fire Bureau has hired 3 members who have served our country. Firefighter Timothy Walcott from the U.S. Air Force, firefighter Nicholas Hurst from the U.S. Marine Corps, and firefighter Joseph Kuhn from the U.S. Marine Corps.
On behalf of Chief Enterline and the entire Harrisburg Bureau of Fire, we would like to once again congratulate all of the award recipients and our newest firefighters. 2020 has been a trying year, but the Bureau of Fire immediately embraced the safety protocols and processes related to COVID-19. Strong leadership and a dedicated workforce once again proved to be more than adequate to answer the challenge. Our mission is to provide the best possible service for the citizens and visitors of our wonderful capital city. And this year was no exception. We are looking forward to 2021 and want to thank everyone for spending the day with us.